forgive me if I go on here, but it's Black Friday Record Store Day, and I love Record Store Day more than anything, and we just got the list, and I have a lot of favorites. So let's go through the list of Black Friday Record Store Day exclusive releases that I am in particular quite excited about, and there are a slew of them. Let's start with Miguel Lizzo, who I've become recently obsessed with. She is putting out her Coconut Oil EP that she released in 2016 on vinyl for the first time. Arcade Fire is going to reissue their single Neighborhood Number 1 on a 7-inch alongside a cover of the Alvano Ray Orchestra's My Buddy. Paul McCartney is putting out 2 unused songs from Egypt Station, his last album, Home Tonight and In a Hurry. It'll be pressed on a 7-inch vinyl with artwork based on the parlor game Exquisite Corpse. U2 has announced a 30th anniversary vinyl reissue of their 1979 EP 3, which features Out of Control, Stories for Boys, and Boy Girl. There'll be some remastered editions of those tracks with some brand new artwork. Jenny Lewis will release on the iPhone a 7-inch pink vinyl featuring a never-before-heard version of Rabbit Hole, as well as a cover of Bob Dylan's classic Standing in the Doorway. That is limited to 2,000 copies. Probably going to be a hard one to come by. Kings of Leon are putting out their 2004 EP, Old Belgian Blues, which will make its vinyl debut. 3,000 copies. Jeff Buckley is live on KCRW. Morning Becomes Eclectic. It'll be released on vinyl for the first time, limited to 3,750 copies. Miles Davis will receive a pair of archival releases in the form of Miles in Tokyo and Early Minor, Rare Miles from the Complete in a Silent Way sessions. Both are receiving their vinyl debuts. Pearl Jam will put out their 1992 MTV Unplugged session. It'll make its vinyl debut. Jeremy, Even Flow, Alive, State of Love, and Trust. Lots of great tracks on that. This was as Pearl Jam was really exploding. 10 was out. It was a big time. I feel like we didn't even know how good times were back then with Pearl Jam just bubbling to the top. So following the Nirvana MTV Unplugged, which just got its first vinyl debut, we now know that we'll get Pearl Jam's MTV Unplugged on vinyl for the first time for Black Friday Record Store Day. Speaking of Black, Jack Black and Jack White got together. They had a recording session over at Third Man. Actually, it wasn't at Third Man Records. It was at Jack White's home studio. We did a whole morning show with Anthony Vlog on that. And we now know that the Jack Gray 2-song 7-inch release will come on Black Friday Record Store Day. It'll consist of songs called Don't Blow It and Cage, spelled Kage. We did a whole vlog on this and how cool it was to have Jack Black and Jack White finally come together. Everybody joking around calling it Jack Gray. They'll actually call it Jack Gray. That'll be the release. Jack Gray, part of Black Friday Record Store Day. I could not be more excited. Eric Clapton will release a holiday duet of tracks, Home for the Holidays and For Love on Christmas Day. It's a 12-inch vinyl limited to 1,500 quantities. Not a lot there whatsoever. Speaking of Christmas, Jimi Hendrix, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year with that awesome Jimi Hendrix Santa Claus photo. We'll actually get a picture disc release on 12-inch, 4,500 copies. It features Silent Night, Little Drummer Boy, and Old Lang Syne. What else? Aretha Franklin will release the Atlantic Singles Collection, 1968. That's got some great tracks on it. Think, The House That Jack Built, Seesaw, You Send Me, Sweet Sweet Baby, Ain't No Way, Say a Little Prayer. Lots of awesome stuff on that one, and the cover art looks just gorgeous. And I mean, there's a ton of other stuff. Just rolling through the list quickly. Norah Jones and Mavis Staples, I'll Be Gone. The first time those two have ever collaborated in studio. They've done some live performances together. That'll be a part of Black Friday Record Store Day. The Kinks have a release. Geddy Lee has a release. Willie Nelson, Matt Nathanson. The Monkees are putting out Christmas Party Plus. Nick Lowe and Wilco together. 40th anniversary of Cruel to Be Kind. Elvis Presley has a release. Lou Reed, Bruce Springsteen, The Runaways, Todd Rundgren. Let's see. Benmont Tench is putting out something. Squirrel Nut Zippers, Christmas Caravan. I didn't even see that until just a second. That looks like it's going to be awesome. I love the Squirrel Nut Zippers. Let's see here. Winter Weather, A Johnny Ace Christmas, Sleigh Ride, I'm Coming Home for Christmas, Carolina Christmas, Gift of the Magi, Hot Christmas, and Hanging Up My Stockings. Well, that looks like it's going to be a good one from the Squirrel Nut Zippers. Excited about that. Sid Vicious has a release. Hank Williams. Let's see here. Some of the limited runs. Patsy Cline. Daryl Hall and John Oates, Home for a lot of Christmas stuff. A lot of good Christmas stuff. Lisa Loeb, 25th anniversary of Stay. I mean, you say I only hear what I want to, but I'm thinking I'm going to hear a lot of cool stuff for Black Friday Record Store Day. Jackson Brown, John Batiste, Alice Cooper, Alex Chilton, Cheap Trick, Dr. John's getting a release. John Lee Hooker is putting some stuff out. Government Mule, Huey Lewis. There's all the Lewises. All the Lewises have something coming out, which is amazing. And finally, J.D. McPherson has got a release, which I'm looking forward to and I'm excited about. The National, Fish, Frank Sinatra is putting out My Way and My Way Live on 12-inch vinyl. But what I'm really looking forward to, the Dave Matthews Band are putting out there live at the Hollywood Bowl. It'll be an LP box set, 4,000 quantities, so a limited release there, and lots of good stuff on there, including One Sweet World and their new one, That Girl Is You. Old school faves like 41 and Don't Drink the Water, and then stuff off their new album like Here On Out, Again and Again. And stuff that's in between, like Shake Me Like a Monkey and Why I Am, and then of course classic covers like All Along the Watchtower. So Dave, Fish, Miles, Jimmy, everybody seems like, I don't know, it's gonna be a $4,000 Black Friday Record Store Day for your old pal Ant. It's gonna be ridiculous. It is going to be. I'm like Trey Anastasio, I'm gonna have to go on tour in 3 different forms. If you want to see the Ant Band, Ant Solo, and Ant with Fish, I'm going to have to start doing a lot of things to pay for my Black Friday Record Store Day habit. That's for damn sure. I will put the link up for the complete list of Black Friday Record Store Day releases so you can check it out for yourself and see what you're going to snag up. And depending on the quantity, if you're going for one of them 1,500 quantity ones, you better line up early.